Hey guys, Mike here with Practical Training Professionals. Today we're going to be answering the question, can I, or you, or anyone for that matter, carry a firearm either open or concealed at a school in Maryland? This is a question that comes up in our trainings, and we thought, hey, if our students have this question, I'm sure there's a lot more people out there that are looking for this information. So let's go ahead and cut a video and put this information out there. Real quick before we dive into it, guys, if you wouldn't mind dropping down, hitting that subscribe button, throwing us a thumbs up, and if you really find value in what we're doing here, share it with a buddy. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so I'm not going to just tell you what my opinion is, because my opinion, for all intents and purposes, doesn't really mean anything if you find yourself answering to a prosecutor. So let's go ahead. I always look at two websites. First thing, all of this stuff is going to be located on the PTPGun.com blog section. Everything here, it'll be detailed perfectly for you with shareable links and shareable documents, all of that stuff, so you can find everything there. But anytime I have a question, I don't go to an attorney's website. I go straight to the source, all right? So the first thing is the Maryland General Assembly website. I encourage you guys to become familiar with that. And the second is a website that is hosted by Lexis, Nexis, okay? So what the code is that governs carrying a firearm in the state of Maryland is Maryland Criminal Code. Well, it's the annotated code under Maryland, Criminal Code 4 TAC 102. So let's make sure we're tracking that right. So right up here in articles, what we're going to do is select criminal law. And then as I mentioned, this is code 4 or section 4 TAC 102. So I know oftentimes it's hard just figuring out what code makes sense. Sometimes you could go to the internet for that, or you could come on PTPGun.com and look at our blog. A lot of this stuff is up there. That's going to direct you to the right place. Here you have an option to select PDF. We're going to go ahead and select the PDF source so that we could download this. Now, it doesn't get any cleaner than this, guys. This is the Maryland Annotated Code for Criminal Law, Section 4, TAC 102. So to answer your question, all right, this is in relationship to carrying a firearm, either open or concealed, on public school grounds, okay? It does not apply to a law enforcement in the regular course of the officer's duty. It does not apply to an off-duty law enforcement officer or a person who has retired as a law enforcement officer in good standing from a law enforcement agency of the United States, the state, or a local unit in the state who is a parent, guardian, or visitor of a student attending a school located on the public school property, provided that, okay, subbullet A here, or I here, the retired officer is displaying the officer's or retired officer's badge, the weapon carried or possessed by the officer or retired officer is concealed, and the officer or retired officer is authorized to carry such weapon, a concealed handgun, in the state, all right? Now, another opportunity here to carry on school grounds, public school grounds, is if this person is hired by a county board of education specifically for the purpose of guarding public school property. This is your security officers or your public safety officers that generally will be at your kids' school. Another opportunity here is a person engaged in organized shooting activity for educational purposes, or a person who, with a written invitation from the school principal, displays or engages in a historical demonstration using a weapon or a replica of a weapon for educational purposes. All right? A person may not carry or possess a firearm, knife, or deadly weapon of any kind on public school property. All right? Except as provided in the paragraphs that we read above, a person who violates this section is guilty of a misdemeanor and on conviction is subject to imprisonment not exceeding 3 years or a fine not exceeding $1,000 or both. So a person who is convicted of carrying or possessing a handgun in violation of this section shall be sentenced under subtitle 2 of this title. All right, and that's some stuff right here. Now, that's one source, okay, guys? And we always like to have two sources, but one real quick, what I want to point out is that's the source. That's from the Maryland General Assembly. Again, all of this stuff is going to be posted right here on the blog at PTPGun.com. You can find it here. You could download this. You could share it with your buddy. And again, if you find value in what we're doing, please consider subscribing. Now, the other place that I like to check for all, it's a quick search. They have a search feature there. It makes it a little bit easier than looking in the Maryland General Assembly, is this website here. And again, all of this stuff will be linked over there on PTPGun.com, is the Lexis Nexis database. Now, I'm zoomed in here a little bit. Let me punch out. So this is what it'll look like. But since we already know the annotated code that we're searching for, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to get it here. So we'll expand the criminal law section, and you'll see I've already searched it. Let me go ahead and unexpand this stuff so you can see exactly what I do. So in the criminal law section, we'll go to Title 4, Weapons Crimes, all right? Then we'll go to Section 1 or Subtitle 1, General Provisions, and then we'll go to Section 102, Deadly Weapons on School Property. Here you can just click right through on that. And again, it'll open up exactly what that criminal law code is in the Annotated Code of Maryland, Section 4, TAC 102. This is going to tell you the same exact thing, all right? Again, it's just copy and paste it essentially from the Maryland General Assembly. You could copy these citations. You could use it wherever you need to. But the one question that we haven't answered here is this, and I'm going to talk to you guys about two different situations. The first being the University System of Maryland, and the second being private schools, okay? So the University System of Maryland, or the Maryland System of Universities, you'll hear it called both things, includes campuses like College Park or Towson or Frostburg, Salisbury, different places like that, UMBC, right? They fall under the same bylaws or the same regulations, statutes, if you will, as public schools that we just mentioned, such as the high schools and the elementary schools. So Maryland Annotated Code 4 TAC 102 and the criminal code falls in place on those as well. So if you are going on a campus to visit your kid or going on campus to pick up some food or something like that, you better understand that you should not be carrying a firearm there. That leads me to something I want to talk to you guys about real quick. So if you don't already have Second Amendment coverage or self-defense coverage or concealed carry coverage, or you kind of hear them all called the same thing, you should. Now, we use U.S. Law Shield. You don't have to use them. They're just really good at what they do. There'll be links down below if you're interested in that. But there's a little black phone number on that card that you can call at any time and speak to a Maryland lawyer or a lawyer where you're located that will inform you of these laws and give you the best guidance possible. Now, we're at that time where we're going to watch, we will be going on campuses to watch kids graduate, if they're graduating in the winter or the fall term. We're in that time where we're going to public schools to watch the concert season. So like if you got a little fifth grader that's in band and he's playing his trumpet, you better understand that you can't carry a firearm. All right. There's some decisions that you need to make there. We want you to be as educated as possible. Secondly, private schools. Private schools are governed in the state of Maryland just like any other private property, just like Walmart or McDonald's or where you work if you work on private property. For instance, the local Walmart here has a sign on the door that says, kindly refrain from open carrying on this establishment. It's not a law. It's a rule, if you will.
You're right. That's a fifth floor problem.
Not in my house.
Now, if I were to open carry in Walmart, they would ask me, hey, do you mind covering that up? If I said no, they would ask me to leave. If I refused to leave, they could trespass me from that establishment. Now, that is a law, and it can be broken and punished by fines and jail time, depending on the extent of that trespass. So know your ground, right? Know where it's acceptable to carry a firearm. With that being said, private schools have the ability to determine who, when, and to what capacity citizens or private individuals on that private property have the ability to carry a firearm. If you are a private school principal and you've stumbled across this video, or if your child attends a private school, send them this video. We would love to extend the offer to get you guys trained up. All right. Give us a call. shoot me an email, mike@ptpgun.com, or jump over to the website and message us through there, guys. We'd love to get you guys some training, all right? So another thing, if you are interested in more Maryland law stuff, make sure you subscribe to this channel, guys. We will be talking more on carrying in public schools, carrying in schools in general, where you can carry in Maryland, such as bars, public parks, churches, different stuff like that. Make sure you subscribe, guys. We're going to condense all that stuff out and put it in a really nice video for you guys. Also, again, if you're into the Maryland law stuff, click this link right here. It'll take you to a video we did on becoming a Maryland designated firearms collector. And click this link right here, which will take you to a playlist that is just Maryland law. Also, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button for us, all right? As always, learn, defend, prevail. We're out.